Installation of temporary supports for scaffold preloading and permanent supports. Outer membrane installation, bottom guard plate. Installation of diaphragms, reinforcement, and pre-stressed ducts. Inner membrane installation, concrete pouring and curing, side. Demolition, pre-stress tensioning, and grouting. 1. Installation of support base film. 1. Position and install embedded parts during deep excavation construction. Pre-embedded high-quality rolled deformed steel bars for casting the pier body. 2. After the squat body reaches the design strength. Weld bracket and ear plate, mounting bracket. 3. Installing the horizontal connection between triangular brackets. 4. Place the leakage block. Set up crossbeams. B. Installing the operation platform. 6. Erecting crossframe and distribution beam. Install the bottom film on the frame. 7. Synchronously erect safety ladders. It is vertically connected and fixed to the pier body every 4 to 6 meters. 2. Installation of lateral membrane. According to the structural dimensions and elevation of the volume. And consider reserving construction camber for the installation of the outer membrane. The external formwork adopts set-shaped steel formwork. The template is within 2 meters above the support. Set up a 0.2 by 0.2 meter seismic guide hole. The vertical spacing is not greater than 2 meters. The construction quality acceptance standards refer to the table below. 3. Support preloading. After the installation of the lateral membrane and the bottom membrane is completed. Set deformation observation points on the base film and scaffold. Set up 2 rows on each side. Each row is divided into 3 sections, left, middle, and right. Perform preloading with a load equal to 1.2 times the maximum construction load. Pre-compression is divided into 60% and 100%. Progress step by step at 120%. Each episode has a loading and holding time of no less than 6 hours. The last episode should last for 24 hours. Continuous observation should be made during the loading process. When the last 2 settlement amounts. When the difference between the observed average values is not greater than 2 millimeters. The pre-compression can be terminated immediately, and the bamboo can be unloaded in stages. The pre-compression load is calculated based on the amount of deformation. And set the template pre-camber. 4. Temporary supports and permanent supports. Installed at the web plate of the box girder on both sides of the permanent support. Symmetrically set up temporary supports on the top of continuous beam piers. Each pier is equipped with number of temporary supports, bearing capacity, structural dimensions, etc. It should be based on the weight of the body and the unbalanced bending moment that needs to be borne before installing the bottom membrane of the beam body at the top of the pier. Install permanent supports according to the design. The movable support should be adjusted for its longitudinal and lateral displacement according to the closure temperature. The height difference between the 4 corners of the support must not exceed 2 millimeters. And perform temporary locking. 5. Bottom subboard. Diaphragm plate reinforcement and pre-stressed pipeline installation reinforcement. Concentrated production in steel component processing plants. After passing the acceptance inspection, transport to the construction bridge site via transport vehicles. For vertical transportation, cranes and manual binding are used. Adopting positioning installation. Accurately position the reinforcement and pre-stressed ducts of the beam body. 1. Use angle iron to position and measure the lateral direction. Vertical reinforcement. 2. Use steel ends with card slots. Position the 2 longitudinal horizontal steel bars. 3. Adopt a composite and progressive framework. Position the upper and lower layers of steel mesh on the base plate. 4. Adopting a precision machined integral crossbar frame. Accurate positioning of pre-stressed pipelines. The construction quality and acceptance standards are referred to in the table below. To ensure the thickness of the reinforcement protective layer. Meet the design and specification requirements. Concrete cushion blocks should be placed on the outside of the steel bars. Arrange in a quincunx pattern with 1 meter by 1 meter. 6. Inner membrane installation. A buckle-type scaffold is set up inside the box as content support. The pole is erected on the steel bar stool. The top surface of the horse stool is flush with the top surface of the concrete floor. A support should be set between the intima and the basement membrane. Secure positioning. Prevent the inner film from moving downwards or floating upwards during the process of rubber concrete mixing. 7. Installation of roof reinforcement, pre-stressed ducts, and embedded parts. Start binding after the installation of the inner membrane is completed. The top plate reinforcement utilizes end formwork clamping slots. Accurately position the longitudinal reinforcement of the top slab. The horizontal steel bars are positioned using angle steel positioning clamps. The longitudinal pre-stressed corrugated pipe is positioned using a cross-shaped frame. The anchor plate is positioned using a steel wool box. A PE lining tube is inserted inside the corrugated pipe to ensure the quality of concrete pouring. No leakage of grout in the corrugated pipe. Reinforcement binding process. Embedded parts should be set according to design requirements. It mainly includes the catenary foundation, drainage pipe, and grounding terminal, base plate, embedded sleeve, intelligent hanging basket anchoring system, etc. The construction quality acceptance standards refer to the following standards. 8. Concrete pouring and curing. The concrete for continuous beams is produced in a centralized manner at a mixing station through semi-manufacturing. The pouring sequence starts with the bottom slab. Re-pour the auxiliary board. Final pouring. The top plate and flange plate are horizontally divided. Continuous pouring in one operation. Integral molding. Symmetric balance with truncation on both sides. The pouring starts from the far end. The way to proceed is to end in the middle. Before pouring, the support must be checked. Formwork, self-propelled hanging basket. Pre-stressed pipeline steel bar embedding. Concrete raw material mixing. Conduct a comprehensive inspection of all structural dimensions and a condition of mechanical equipment. Reserve flushing holes on the base plate. Wash the baseboard before concrete pouring. Above the support and diaphragm. A 70 mm steel pipe is reserved as the seismic conduction channel. Ensure that the vibration rod is fully extended outside the hole and vibrates the bottom net area during the process of turning it upside down. After the concrete pouring is completed, the reserved ducts shall be removed. Conduct curing immediately within 1 hour after the completion of concrete pouring. Top of beam surface and top of base plate. Conduct curing by covering and watering. The side surface is cured using spraying. The construction quality acceptance standards refer to the table below. 9. Removal of side formwork. Remove the side view. X. Pre-stressed tensioning and grouting. Intelligent tensioning and grouting equipment is used for pre-stressed tensioning and grouting. Wait until the concrete strength reaches 95%. The elastic modulus reaches 100% of the design value. And the zero period is greater than 5 days. Simultaneous tensioning at both ends. Symmetrically proceed from left to right. The maximum imbalance should not exceed 1 column. The tensioning sequence is first by the number of subplates, then by. The roof is symmetrical from left to right, from the outside to the inside. Dual control measures should be adopted for bathroom stress. The stress value in the bathroom is primarily determined by the reading on the oil pressure gauge. Elongation value is considered as a relatively suitable. During the tensioning process, maintain the actual elongation at both ends. Control the difference in elongation within a range of plus or minus 6%. Hole grouting should be carried out after the pre-stressed tendons are tensioned. Completed within 24 hours. The special situation is that it must be completed within 48 hours. Pipe grouting should be carried out in the order from the bottom up. The grouting of each pipeline needs to be completed in one go. The time from slurry mixing to pressing into the cooling body. It should not exceed 40 minutes.